Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're doing well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is your tarot card for the week of January 18th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, it's okay. Just means it's someone else's message. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, in that description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Scorpio collective now for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Scorpio need to know for the week of January 18th, 2026? What is their tarot card of the week? And by the way, tarot card of the week is not what you don't see coming. Tarot card of the week is intended to help you move forward with your respective journey. One more shuffle here. Thank you. All right, Moon Bebes, what do we have? Nine of Wands. What are you determined to achieve in your life that you are about to give up on? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Hermit. What situation in your life is asking you to look within? Okay, why is the Nine of Wands here? The tarot card of the week for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. How bad do you want this? I just heard. And I don't know if that's in career and finance, love and romance, or something else, something you want to learn. What are you determined to achieve in your life that you're about to give up on, and what situation in your life is asking you to look within? Okay, tell me more about this here for the Scorpio collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Moon. And the Hermit shows itself again. At the bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Wands. Nine of Wands shows itself again. And Ace of Cups. So you're at a crossroads. And because of doubts, fears, and insecurities, you have the possibility here of not moving in a direction that you're intended to move in. So it's almost saying, like, before you even make this decision, you need to go within and decide, do you really want this Ace of Cups, whatever that is for you? Tell me about the Two of Wands, the crossroads here for the Scorpio collective. Clarify that Two of Wands, please, for the Scorpio collective. One more shuffle. Shuffle. I was going to say shovel. I did that also in, was that Virgo or Libra's reading? And I was like, why am I saying shovel instead of shuffle? And that might be relevant. Maybe someone watching is works with a shovel. We have the Star. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. So you're at a crossroads here in regards to something that is part of wish fulfillment. And you seem to be getting a little lost in the headspace when it comes to whether or not you want to move forward in this particular direction. Again, towards this situation, towards this environment, towards this connection, towards learning something new, towards, I don't know, starting your own business. It's just like every time we start to move in that direction, we get caught up in our mind. And that Five of Swords is now linked to the Moon, which could speak about doubts, fears, and anxieties. Tell me about the Moon. Tell me about that Moon energy here. I just saw Justice. So maybe for some of you, Eight of Swords, Justice. So this could be like, is this the right thing? Do I really want to do this? Am I fully capable of doing this? Do I really want this relationship, this person? Do I really want to learn this skill? Tell me more about that Moon card here for the Scorpio collective. One more shuffle. We have the Two of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, do I really want to move forward with this? Because you can't see the end result. So do I want to sign up for this course? I have no guarantee I'm going to ace it. Do I want to apply for this loan? I have no idea if, I will be accepted. Do I want to blank? And then there's a fear. So that's what the Moon card is here. And I do believe it's tied to that Five of Swords. So it's every time we move in a direction or start to consider, Page of Wands, moving in the direction of something here that is part of wish fulfillment, or like I said, our North Star, We allow the doubts, fears, and insecurities to block us from moving forward. So let's see, what is this Ace of Cups for some of you? Because there's a desire here on your part. It's interesting that we have the Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands on the table. So this is almost like you can see it clearly. I really want blank. And then the Queen of Wands energy within you is like, I'm very passionate about this. Again, whatever this is, career and finance, love and romance, or something else in your life. But to achieve it, to attain it, will require hard work, or will require sacrifice, will require dedication. And you seem to be of the mindset, because I'm not guaranteed the outcome that I desire, I'm not sure if it's even worth the effort. What is that Ace of Cups here for the Scorpio collective? Obviously, it'll be different for all of you, but let's see if we can get something. What is the Ace of Cups here for the Scorpio collective? Excuse me. One more shuffle here. Thank you. That bronchitis cough will just not go away. I know people that have had it now for like 6-7 weeks. So what is the Ace of Cups? The Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, High Priestess, Temperance. You don't know if you want to move towards this. It would be your 9th cup. So it's something that, interesting, we now have 3 of the 4 queens on the table. So let me tell you the energies that I have here. This is you, whether you're masculine or feminine, saying, and again, for me, all queens in tarot are forged through fire, and they exist in the present based upon their respective card suits. And then the kings take action. They're like future orientated. So this is like, based on what I've gone through as the Queen of Swords, I know that I want this. The Queen of Wands says, based upon my failures and successes, I am passionate for this. And the Queen of Cups says, based upon the emotional losses and successes I've had, I know that I would love this. So I want this, I'm passionate about this, and I love this. What's the queen we're missing? The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles that would determine, I want to invest in this based upon the, successes and failures of my investments in the past. So you want it, you desire it, you think you would love it, or you know you would love it. All you have to do is walk towards it, but you're not investing any pentacle resource into moving towards it. In fact, there are no pentacles on the table now except for the Knight of Pentacles. So you've been very slow to decide to go all in on whatever or whomever this is. 3 more cards, please, on that Ace of Cups. So obviously it's different for all of you, but whatever it is, it's yours for the taking, but it won't come to you. It will require hard work, or it will require patience. It will require success. Let's say that Ace of Cups is a diet, and yeah, it might be hard to have to lose 10, 20, 30, 60 pounds. I've been there before, but it requires dedication. We can't just manifest that we'll lose, 10, 20, 30, 60 pounds, whatever it is. It requires dedication. It's a repetitive pattern. We have to see that we want to lose it. We have to be passionate. We have to love the idea. And then the Queen of Pentacles, that pentacle resource here that's missing is, I'm really going to be devoted to this. I'm going to dedicate myself to eating better, or working out, or again, learning this skill, or improving this relationship, or finding a relationship, right? A romantic partnership. So I feel like the key message here is, we can't just manifest this in terms of asking for it and then sit back and wait for it to come. I mean, that's like the equivalent of saying, dear God or universe, I really need a job, but then never putting out an application or resume. It's like, who would hire you? There's no one in the world that even knows that you need a job. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's literally like within reach. Like there's a hand here holding the Ace of Cups, but these cards are cards of movement. And it requires you to open up your heart and say, yeah, I'm going to invest in that. I'm going to work towards that. I'm going to move towards that. 3 of Cups. And that's where the real celebration comes in. Because there's no victory or success here if you don't actually invest in whatever this is. So for you watching, since it's a collective general reading, you need to identify, right, this week, our little homework assignment. We need to identify, what is that Ace of Cups? And And that's going within, saying, okay, what is this? Let me identify this. Let me give it a name, right? And then what do I need to do to achieve it? As opposed to just doing nothing or giving up on it because it's too difficult. 3 more cards on that Ace of Cups, and then we'll get you some advice cards. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Ace of Cups is clarified by the 3 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Empress. I don't think that this is a moment where you can allow past heartache to dictate whether or not you're going to go after this. For example, because you're a different person now than you were. Like, let's say this is a business, and you're like, well, the last time I attempted to open up a business, I either didn't do it, or there were issues, or I failed, I didn't make money. But you're a different person. You've learned, Page of Pentacles. You've learned from that past heartache, from that past experience, from that maybe like financial loss or whatever. So it doesn't mean that this time when you open up the business, you're going to fail again, because you're armed now with tools you didn't have before. You have 7 of Cups, more options and choices because of that failure. And same thing if this is love related. Just because you had a connection or a series of connections end in heartache for you, you learned valuable lessons. Now you have a better idea of what type of love partner you want, what a healthy relationship should look like. So don't allow whatever this setback here has been for you, emotional heartache, financial loss, etc., see that as, I learned a lot. And now because I learned a lot, I'll know exactly what I want. I'm not starting off a business with no knowledge. I'm not entering a relationship or looking for a romantic partner with no knowledge. I have knowledge. So you know exactly what you want, or what it should look like, or what it should feel like, or what success with it should be like. So Empress, go for it. You got the Devil to the 10 of Cups. I mean, the only thing that is stopping you from something or someone that you've ever wanted are doubts, fears, and insecurities. Your shadow side. That's when we're looking at a low vibration Capricorn energy, we're talking shadow side. And that's the only thing getting in the way between you and who or what you really want. That's how the cards came out. So don't let that win. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here. Interesting, we saw no kings, no pentacles, except for that Page of Pentacles saying you've learned some valuable lessons here. And that Knight of Pentacles that says you can do this as long as you create a strategy and a plan. Because the Knight of Pentacles, is Virgo energy for me, and low vibration Virgo. No offense if you're a Virgo cross watcher or you have Virgo placements. Every zodiac sign has positive and negative traits. And the low vibrational Virgo will get so lost in the details, the 5 of Swords, that they never take action. They get too frazzled and they throw their hands up on it. They give up on it, which your card says, what are you about to give up on? But a high vibrational Virgo will say, I really want this, and now I'm going to create the system and the plan and the structure and the strategy, and I'm going to be very diligent, earth energy, to tackling each of those. And I'm going to lean on my mutable energy, that if some changes or something come up, I'm going to be very flexible with working with them, but I'm going to make sure that I do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, to achieve the goal. So I would definitely, I think as advice here, we need to embrace that high vibe Virgo energy. Whatever this is, just create, the diet plan or the exercise regimen, or, the dedication to seeing this through. Otherwise, I think it could be a missed opportunity for you. 3 cards of advice here for Scorpio. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. The High Priestess, you already know what this is. There's your Queen of Swords. And the 7 of Wands. Bottom of deck, 6 of Pentacles. The 7 of Wands card is the 3rd decan of Leo. And again, high vibing Leo is all about perseverance. This is a card of protecting oneself. And I think if this is something that you really want, you truly desire, you need to protect it. And in order to protect it, you need to invest in it. I think you know what this is. The only thing that seems to be getting in the way is possibly your subconscious mind here, because sometimes the High Priestess card could talk about our subconscious, and inside there are lots of doubts, fears, and anxieties. And I do believe we saw the 8 of Swords there at the bottom of the deck one of the times I was shuffling. So there's something here about cutting through those doubts, fears, and anxieties, seeing things very logically. This is something or someone that you want, and persevere. Just, this is kind of like, this is what I want, and I'm going to be determined to have success with it. And if you can't go 100% in for whatever reason, then you can at least give a little, because at least it's some pentacle resource in that Six of Pentacles card. The merchant has 6 pentacles. They give 3 here, 2 here. So again, maybe you can't work 8 hours a day on this or 12 hours a day, but you can give something. And I think as long as you give something, you'll start seeing the reward. 3 of Cups. You'll feel like, okay, this really is aligned with who or what I am, or who or what I want. And this is then a cause for celebration. And I think it also starts getting the ball rolling. Like the more you start invest, the more you want it, the more excited you become, the more little milestones you start meeting. And Page of Pentacles, anytime those doubts, fears, or insecurities creep in, just instead of leaning into the heartache or the loss of the past, lean into the lessons and find strength within them, and find variety within them, and think of new ways or new creative ways on how to achieve this. But this seems to be very important to you with the 2 9 of Wands cards, because you've at the very least, you've been holding on to the dream of this. So I think this week you need to, again, like if you know what this is and this is your reading, then this is a week you need to get serious about attaining this or maintaining it if you already have it in your life. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.